They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control JayZ and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm Christian.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. Truth is going to be heard.
Alright, at this point, someone seriously needs to step in and check Kanye West because he's completely spiraling and causing way too much chaos online. For the past 2 months, he's been going off on these random wild Twitter rants, and it just keeps getting worse with every single post. But this time, he might have crossed a line that could change everything for him, especially with Beyonce. Just a few days ago, Kanye started firing shots at Beyonce and Jay Z out of nowhere. And nah, it wasn't the usual mess about them thinking they're above everyone else. This time, it was different. It was personal. He dragged their kids into it, especially the twins, and said some truly foul things no parent should ever hear, especially not from someone they once broke bread with. Who even does that? Everybody knows Beyonce is usually calm and doesn't get caught up in messy social media drama. She stays graceful, always minding her business. But word on the street, this time she's done. Sources are saying she's ready to clap back and shut Kanye down for good. No more being silent. She's about to make sure he learns a real lesson, one he won't forget anytime soon. Kanye might have finally gone too far and picked a fight he can't win. This isn't just some random internet beef. He went after family, and Beyonce's not letting that slide. Her silence has been loud, but now she's plotting something, and from what we're hearing, it's big. It's kind of crazy how we got here. These three used to be tight, real friends who actually looked out for each other. Fans always thought their bond was unbreakable, but now it looks like it's all falling apart in the ugliest way possible. Let's dive into Beyonce's rumored revenge plan, because if what people are saying is true, Kanye's in for a storm. For years, it looked like nothing could come between Kanye, Beyonce, and Jay Z. Their bond seemed unbreakable, but things started crumbling about a decade ago. A lot of folks blamed Kanye's relationship with Kim Kardashian, thinking maybe Bey and Jay didn't vibe with her. But the real problem wasn't Kim, it was Kanye himself, and all the chaos he kept dragging into their lives. Let's be real, Beyonce and Jay Z are private people. Meanwhile, Kanye has a history of airing everybody's business like it's open season. He kept calling them out publicly for not being the kind of friends he expected, almost like he was trying to guilt trip them into loyalty. And that was just the beginning. Back in 2016, Kanye had a full-blown meltdown during one of his concerts and put Beyonce on blast. He accused her of rigging an award show, saying she basically forced the organizers to give her the win over him. According to him, she allegedly refused to perform unless she got that award. That kind of accusation, it's not just bold, it's straight up reckless. And it didn't stop there. The rants got worse and more personal. That same year, he publicly came for Jay-Z, upset that Jay didn't check in on him and Kim after her scary Paris robbery. Fans could tell right then that the friendship was probably done for. But in 2022, Kanye took things even further. He claimed that Jay-Z and Beyonce were allegedly involved in some dark stuff and were being controlled. Yeah, he really said that. Wild, right? Kanye's been spiraling for a while, and honestly, it's a miracle Beyonce hasn't clapped back before now. She's been holding her tongue for years, ignoring the madness. But once he went after her kids, saying something's wrong with her twins, that was it. That crossed a line nobody should ever step over. And now, Bey and Jay are done being quiet. Beyonce is not just hurt, she's furious. Behind the scenes, insiders are saying she's pulling strings and making calls, and she's got some serious power moves lined up. This isn't about clapping back on social media. No, Beyonce's planning something way bigger and way more damaging. Word is, she's gearing up to hit Kanye where it hurts the most, his brand, his business ties, and that ego he holds so high. Apparently, Beyonce has been reaching out to certain high-level industry folks, and she's making it clear it's either him or her. And when it comes to Beyonce, most people know not to play games. If she's making those calls, doors start closing fast. Some sources even claim she's digging into her vault, collecting receipts and stories that Kanye never thought would see the light of day. Stuff from way back, private conversations, shady deals, and moments he thought were buried. If she decides to drop even half of what she knows, it could leave Kanye with nowhere to run. JayZ's in this too. He's not the type to move loud, but when he does, it's lethal. He's said to be backing Beyonce all the way on this, and together, they're a force Kanye can't silence. And let's not forget, they've got influence across fashion, music, streaming, and beyond. If they blacklist him quietly, it's game over. This isn't just a feud anymore. This is about revenge, protection, and reclaiming peace. Beyonce stayed silent for years, but now that her kids are involved, that silence is officially over. So Kanye really went there. He jumped on Twitter and threw out this reckless tweet like, "Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids?" Then he followed it up with something even more out of pocket, talking about artificial insemination being a blessing and how having kids is a choice. Like, what was he even trying to say? It was giving petty, bitter, and heartless all at once. And sure, he deleted the tweets eventually, but not because he felt bad. Nope. He flat out said the only reason he took them down was to avoid getting his Twitter account flagged. He wasn't even pretending to be sorry. He doubled down, tweeting, "I need everyone to know that I took the post about Jay-Z and Beyonce's family down and Jerry Lorenzo's family down because there was a possibility of my Twitter being canceled, not because I'm a good person." Then he went even nastier, adding, "Jay-Z and Beyonce on the other end, F them and their entire family." Like, seriously? That level of disrespect is just unreal, especially when he dragged their kids into it. Innocent children who have never done anything to him. That wasn't shade, that was straight up cruelty. And what makes this even worse? Kanye knows exactly what he's doing. He knows Beyonce's twins, especially Sir, have been targets of online hate. That's exactly why she keeps them out of the spotlight. In a raw and emotional Vogue interview, Beyonce opened up about how hard that pregnancy really was. She said, "I was 218 pounds the day I gave birth to Rumi and Sir. I was swollen from toxemia and had been on bed rest for over a month. My health and my baby's health were in danger, so I had an emergency C-section. We spent many weeks in the NICU. I was in survival mode and did not grasp it all until months later. After the C-section, my core felt different. It had been major surgery. So for Kanye to throw shade at her kids after everything she went through, that's not just disrespectful, it's disgusting. Beyonce nearly lost her life bringing those babies into the world, and now she's watching some ex-friend mock them online like it's a game. This might be the lowest he's ever gone." Beyonce once explained just how intense her recovery was after giving birth, saying, "Some of your organs are shifted temporarily and in rare cases removed during delivery. I don't think people understand. I needed time to heal to recover." And honestly, that says everything about why she's so protective over her children, especially the twins. Let's not forget, when Blue Ivy was just a baby, grown adults were out here bullying her. Full-blown adults calling her hair nappy, saying she was ugly, and just being downright cruel for no reason. Blue's 13 now, and the hate still hasn't stopped, so it's no shock at all that Beyonce's not taking any chances when it comes to Sir and Rumi. A few months ago, fans started picking up on how Bey seems even more protective of Sir. He wasn't at her Super Bowl halftime performance. He wasn't part of her Good Morning America interview for The Lion King either. Blue Ivy and Rumi were both there, but Sir was noticeably absent. Even during major public appearances, like when Beyonce brought Blue and Rumi to the Super Bowl, Sir was nowhere to be seen. And that's when the internet started spiraling with all kinds of wild theories. People began whispering that he might have autism or that Beyonce is supposedly ashamed of him because he might have a disability. Some even said that's why she hides him. It's been messy, loud, and honestly heartbreaking. But through all that noise, Beyonce and Jay-Z have stayed silent. They've never addressed the rumors, never clapped back, Nothing. And that silence, it's only fueled even more speculation. Fans can't help but notice how visible Blue is. She's been in the spotlight for years now, attending award shows, even performing on stage with her mom. Rumi pops up now and then too. But Sir, he's practically a mystery. And while some folks think Bey and Jay are just being super protective, others swear there's more going on behind the scenes. Whatever the truth is, one thing's clear. This family's been dealing with way more than people realize. But Beyonce's mom, Tina Knowles, wasn't about to sit back and let people run wild with their own stories. She stepped in and tried to clear things up, saying folks have it all wrong.
What does that mean to you? Tell us a little bit about Rumi and how excited
Well,
she is.
Rumi is amazing. She's an amazing artist, like painter and creator. And so, I mean, how could they be anything else growing up in that environment? That's all we talk about is creativity and fashion and the whole thing.
What is Sir interested in?
Sir is very quiet and is very, very smart and does all of the number stuff. So he's not into the fashion stuff as much.
According to her, there's no drama and no mystery around Sir. He's just a private kid who doesn't care for fame or the spotlight. Tina, who's super close with her grandkids, gave fans a rare glimpse into Sir's world. In an interview, she shared that Sir is very smart, loves numbers, and keeps to himself. Unlike his sisters, who don't mind the attention, Sir prefers peace, quiet, and doing his own thing. That's it, nothing scandalous. So really, Beyonce and Jay Z are just respecting his wishes, like any good parents would. And here's the kicker, Kanye's got no room to talk. He's dragged Kim Kardashian for putting North in the spotlight, claiming he wants her to grow up with more privacy. But when Beyonce protects her son's privacy, suddenly he's got a problem? Make it make sense. The hypocrisy's loud, and it looks like Beyonce's not about to ignore this one. According to page 6, she's seriously considering legal action. Jay-Z and Beyonce were reportedly stunned by Kanye's nasty all caps rant on X, where he came after their youngest children out of nowhere. Enough is enough. Jay-Z and Beyonce are not letting this one slide. After Kanye's disgusting comments about their kids, the couple is reportedly furious. Sources say they're fully aware of the deleted post and are now deciding whether to deal with it behind closed doors or take it straight to court. Either way, they've had enough. And fans, they're not holding back either. One person wrote, "No matter how you feel about Beyonce, this is disgusting. Not to mention he put his own daughter on a song with Diddy. He's clearly not well." Others pointed out the constant excuses made for Kanye, with one comment saying, he called Beyonce's children the R word, claimed George Floyd died of fentanyl, and said slavery was a choice. What more does he have to say before people hold him accountable? It's wild to think back to when Kanye was crying on stage because Jay-Z and Beyonce wouldn't let North go on playdates with Blue Ivy. He acted like he cared so much about their family, only to turn around and say the nastiest things about their kids later on. It's beyond disrespectful. Another fan added, "I really wish Beyonce and Jay-Z were who y'all want them to be. Some people really deserve to go missing." The internet is fired up, and honestly, the backlash Kanye's getting is long overdue. So now it's your turn. How do you feel about Kanye's latest tweets? Was this the final straw? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget, like this video, subscribe for more updates, and hit that share button so more people can see what's really going down. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.